Today, their angels bring a very special message that goes beyond what their eyes can see. They want you to know that there is a truth that is still hidden, but is about to be revealed. There is someone in their life who, even in silence, carries a deep and true love for them. However, this person faces an internal blockage that prevents this feeling from fully blossoming. What the angels want to show you today is that this love is real, but there is something that needs to be understood and overcome before you can live this love to its fullest. Since the first encounter, something has changed within this person. Even though, on the surface, they may seem in control of their own emotions, deep inside, there is a true whirlwind happening. They see you in a unique way, as if you have ignited a flame that they didn't even know still existed. It's the kind of connection that cannot be explained just by words or by the time you have spent together. It's a deep sensation, a silent recognition that goes beyond reason. What you may not know is that for this person, this connection is so powerful that sometimes they feel afraid. Afraid of losing you, afraid of not being enough, afraid of not being able to live up to what you deserve. And this fear manifests as a block, a barrier that often prevents them from fully opening up to the love they feel for you. And perhaps you have noticed this, a sudden distance that appears, a hurtful silence, or the feeling that no matter how close you are, something is still missing. Their angels are here to tell you that this behavior is not a reflection of lack of love. On the contrary, they deeply love you, but carry within themselves old wounds, scars that have not been completely healed yet. And these wounds make them hesitate to fully open up, to allow themselves to experience everything that you could share together. They fear that by opening up completely, they may relive pains from the past, disappointments that have marked them and still make them protect themselves, even when their heart screams to get closer to you. What the angels want you to know is that this blockage is not permanent. It can be overcome, but it requires time, understanding, and above all, patience. The love this person feels for you is real, it is strong, but it is also vulnerable. And they need to feel that by their side, they can be themselves, with all their vulnerabilities, without fear of being judged or rejected. They need to know that even with their flaws and insecurities, you would still choose them, embrace them, and walk beside them. At the same time, the angels remind you that you also need to take care of yourself in this process. It is easy when we love someone to get lost in the desire to heal the other, to want to fix their pains and solve their problems. However, their angels are here to remind you that you also deserve love, care, and affection. You also have your own wounds and need to make sure you are in an emotionally healthy place to continue this journey with this person. This love story is not simple, but the angels are showing that it is real and transformative. They want you to trust this process, even when things seem difficult. The blockage this person is facing is part of a bigger journey, a learning experience they need to go through so that the love between you can blossom fully and truthfully. And as challenging as it may be, this journey is worth it. The angels ask that you look within yourself and see how much they have already grown throughout this experience. Sometimes, challenges in love teach us lessons that go far beyond the relationship itself. They show us how strong, resilient, and capable of loving we are, even when the path is not easy. They reveal how capable we are of waiting, understanding, surrendering, without losing our essence. They see in you a light that they do not find in anyone else. It's as if you were their safe haven, the only person capable of truly seeing them, beyond the masks they use to protect themselves from the world. And that's exactly why they are so afraid. They know that, by their side, they would have to be real, they would have to show themselves completely, with all their vulnerabilities. And this idea scares them because they have never allowed anyone to come so close, to see what they hide so well. Therefore, the angels ask you to have patience. This journey of love is deeper than it seems, and every day you are taking small steps towards a relationship that can be much more than you imagine. But for this to happen, it is important that you continue to be this beacon of light and love, but also take care of yourself, remember your own worth, and not let this person's fears make you doubt your ability to love and be loved. This blockage, this barrier that exists between you, is only temporary. Every day, with patience, understanding, and affection, it will be undone. And when that happens, you will be able to live a love that exceeds expectations, a love that transforms, heals, and elevates. The angels are by your side, guiding you and this person, so that, in the right moment, both of you will be ready to experience everything that this relationship has to offer. You know that true love is not built overnight, and that is one of the biggest lessons they want to pass on to you now. What you are experiencing with that person goes beyond the ordinary. It is not just another love story. There is something deeply spiritual in this connection, something that gradually you both will begin to perceive more clearly. And that is precisely why there is this blockage, this resistance. Because what is at stake here is not just a passing relationship, but a union that has the potential to transform your lives forever. The angels show that this person often finds themselves thinking about you more than they would like to admit. Even when they are distracted, busy with other things, your image appears in their mind. They try in every way to divert their thoughts, to focus on other areas of life, but you remain present. It is as if something greater is constantly pushing them towards you, as if the universe is saying that this story is not over yet, that there is still much to be experienced between you. And what is strongest in all of this is that, despite all the internal barriers they have put up, despite all the fear they carry, this person feels that you are different. You brought something into their life that no one else could bring. Perhaps they have never said this directly, but they feel that with you things make more sense, that by your side they can be true, without needing to hide behind the masks they use with the rest of the world. But what is happening now is an internal conflict. On one side, they feel this deep connection, this desire to be close to you, to build something real and true. On the other, there is fear, doubts, insecurities that hold them back, that make them hesitate and unable to take the steps both of you need for this relationship to flourish. Their angels show that this person is facing a dilemma, between following their heart and facing their fears, or remaining trapped in their defenses, without risking getting hurt. This is where you come in. Not because you should save this person or solve all their problems, but because your role is to be that light that inspires them to change, to grow, and to confront their own shadows. The angels reveal that your presence in their life is not by chance. You have been placed on this person's path for a greater reason, a purpose that is still gradually being revealed. And as challenging as this journey may be, the angels want you to trust that all of this is happening for a reason. They ask you to be patient, but also to set clear boundaries. The person you love is in a healing process, but so are you. For this relationship to reach its full potential, both need to be whole, healed, and ready to live this love to its fullest. Therefore, the angels remind that taking care of yourself is essential. Loving the other should not mean losing yourself in that love, but instead growing together, evolving and flourishing, each respecting their own time and space. At this moment, maybe you are feeling that things are stagnant, that despite all the love they feel, nothing seems to be progressing as it should. But the angels want you to know that there is a right time for everything. Sometimes, the biggest transformations happen just when everything seems to be at a standstill. Their journey is different from yours, but that doesn't mean you can't walk together. What is happening now is a process of preparation, of internal strengthening, both for you and for them. While you wait, the angels want you to keep nurturing your own light. They show that you have immense internal strength, a capacity to love and understand that goes beyond the ordinary. And that is exactly what they see in you. That is why, despite all their resistances, they feel this need to be close, to understand what makes you someone so special, so different. This phase of waiting, of patience, is not in vain. The angels ask you to take advantage of this moment to also look inward, to understand your own needs, your desires, and what you truly want from this relationship. It is important that while this person works on their own barriers, you also emotionally strengthen yourself so that when you are ready to take the next step, both can do so consciously and fully. Your angels also want you to pay attention to the signs around you. Perhaps you have noticed small synchronicities, repeated numbers, unexpected messages, or even dreams that seem to bring some kind of revelation. These are signs that the universe is working in your favor, guiding you and this person on the right path. Nothing that is happening now is by chance, and as challenging as it may be, all of this is part of a greater plan. Sometimes, this person might seem distant, cold, or even indifferent. But know that this is just a mask they use to protect themselves. Inside, their feelings are much deeper than they are able to show. Their angels show that when they think of you, there is a mix of emotions: love, fear, hope, and insecurity. They want to get closer, to open up, but they are afraid of what that might mean. Afraid of getting hurt, of disappointing you, of not being enough. But the angels also show that this person is starting to realize that fear can no longer control their decisions. They feel more and more that they need to face these blocks, that they need to give a chance to what you have together. And that's why the angels ask you to keep believing. Things are moving, even if slowly, and this love has a real chance to turn into something beautiful and lasting. This person is beginning to see that you are the great love of their life, but for that to materialize, they need to overcome the internal barriers that prevent them from fully living this love. And you, in turn, need to continue being that beacon of light and hope, without losing yourself. The angels are by your side, guiding each step of this journey, and want you to know that, at the right time, everything will align. You are at a crucial point in this journey. The angels show that soon, something within this person will change. They are approaching a moment of clarity, a point where they can no longer deny what they feel for you. And this moment will be transformative. However, this change will not be like a sudden turnaround. It will be the result of the whole process you are going through now, a process of growth and healing. What you need to understand is that they are not resisting love due to lack of feelings. What they are facing is a very deep fear, which perhaps you have experienced yourself at some point. Fear of being vulnerable, fear of surrendering completely and ending up getting hurt. But what makes your story so special is that, at the same time that they feel this fear, there is an even stronger desire to be with you, to live by your side, to build something that is true and lasting. The angels are showing you that, no matter how much they try to fight these feelings, deep down, they already know that you are their great love in life. They feel it, even if they cannot express it in words. There are moments when their silence may seem confusing, but it is in that silence that they are processing all that they feel. They are trying to understand how they can allow themselves to live this love without being consumed by fear. And slowly, they are realizing that they do not need to fear you, that with you they can be who they truly are, without needing to hide. You may have already noticed some subtle changes. Perhaps they have been more open at times, or you have noticed a deeper look, an unexpected message. These are signs that the blockage is beginning to fade. They are starting to trust more, to allow the love they feel for you to surface, even if still with some resistance. And the angels want you to know that these small advancements are extremely important. They show that, even if progress is slow, each small gesture, each shared word, is building something greater. There is also something important that they need to know. This person is observing how you handle this situation. They admire your strength, your patience, and this is teaching them a lot. They are learning through you that love can be kind, can be understanding, and that love doesn't always have to come with pain or suffering. They are seeing in you an example of how true love should be, and this is slowly breaking down the barriers they have built around their own heart. The angels show that, as this person heals, you are also going through a process of transformation. You are discovering new facets of yourself, understanding more about your own heart and what you truly desire in a relationship. And this is very important because when this blockage finally breaks, both of you will be ready to live a love that is much deeper, more authentic, than anything you have experienced before. But remember, this journey is not just about the other person. The angels want you to keep asking yourself, what do you need? What makes you happy? What are your limits? These questions are essential for you to stay strong, balanced, and prepared for what is to come. Because true love can only flourish when both are whole, when both are willing to grow together, but also respect each other's individuality. You may wonder how much longer it will take for them to finally open up, for the blockage to be completely overcome. And the angels want you to know that the exact time is something only their heart can determine. But they also want to remind you that, until that moment arrives, everything you are experiencing now is part of this process. Nothing is being wasted. Nothing is in vain. Every day, every conversation, every silence is contributing to make this love become more real and stronger. Your angels show that soon you will see even clearer signs that this person is beginning to leave fear behind. It might be a deeper conversation, an unexpected confession, or even an action showing that they are ready to take a step forward. And when that happens, you will realize that all the time you waited, all the patience you had, was worth it. Because the love you are building is something rare, something few people are fortunate enough to experience. And the most beautiful part is that this love will not only be about what you both feel for each other. It will also be about how you have grown together, about how you have learned to trust, to open up, to allow yourselves to be vulnerable without fear. This will be a healing love, a transformative love, and it will be a source of light for both of you. And the angels want you to know that this light is already shining, even if still timidly. It is there, growing each day, and soon it will illuminate everything around you. But until then, the angels ask you to keep trusting. They are by your side, guiding each step, and want you to know that even in the toughest moments, you are never alone. They are strengthening you, encouraging you, and reminding you that true love always finds a way to flourish, even in the most challenging situations. This person already feels that you are the great love of their life, but they are still in the process of liberating themselves from the fears that prevent them from fully living this. And you, in turn, have a crucial role in this journey. Your patience, your strength, and the love you have for this person are helping them to heal, to open up, to believe again that love can be something good, something that makes them grow and not something that hurts them. Your angels also want you to know that, when this blockage finally breaks, you'll be able to live a love that goes beyond words. A love that will be a true partnership, where both will be willing to build together, to grow together, and to live a story that will be unique and special. Your angels are revealing that the moment of transformation is closer than you imagine. The person you love is approaching a breaking point, where they will no longer be able to ignore what they feel. And this is the moment you have been waiting for with patience, trust, and faith. The love you share is maturing, and every step you have taken so far has prepared you to live something extraordinary. This person, with all their barriers and fears, is beginning to realize that life without you simply does not make sense. They miss you in a way they can't fully explain, but they know that your presence brings peace, joy, and a sense of belonging that they can't find anywhere else. Even with all the remaining blockages, their heart is starting to open, and this will be visible soon. You will notice, in the coming days or weeks, small changes in their behavior. They will start to get closer, to speak with more openness and honesty, to let their defenses slowly fall. Their angels are showing that this process will not be sudden or dramatic, but rather gradual, like a flower slowly blooming, revealing all its beauty. And when this happens, you will see that all the waiting time, all the patience you showed, was not in vain. What their angels want you to understand is that this journey is not just about the other person. It's also about you. Throughout this process, you have grown, strengthened, and discovered new parts of yourself. The love you feel for this person has helped you discover a patience that you may not have known you had. You have learned to trust in divine timing, to understand that true love does not rush, but is built carefully with care and above all with faith. Their angels want you to keep trusting in this process. They are showing that soon you will have the opportunity to see this love blossom in a way you have always dreamed of. But they also want you to remember that, for this to happen, both parties need to be ready. You are already in a place where your heart is open, ready to receive this love in its entirety, but that person is still finalizing their own healing process. However, the moment when they will finally be able to free themselves from these fears and blocks is approaching. They can no longer deny the strength of the connection you both share. Their angels show that they think of you constantly, that they miss you in an almost painful way, and that gradually, they are allowing themselves to believe that you can build something real and lasting together. This blockage that exists between you is dissolving, and what the universe is preparing for you is something much greater than you can imagine. The angels reveal that this love will be a source of healing for both of you, that you will be able to, together, overcome the challenges of the past and create something that is truly beautiful and inspiring. A love that will not only bring joy and happiness, but also peace, understanding, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Their angels also want you to know that even when that person finally fully opens up to love, it does not mean that all challenges will disappear. True love requires effort, dedication, and sometimes sacrifice. But what makes this love so special is that, despite the challenges, both will be willing to fight for it, to take care of each other, and to build a life together that is based on respect, trust, and mutual affection. They ask you to keep your faith strong, even in times when things seem difficult. They want you to know that they are by your side, guiding each step of this journey. And that, when the right time comes, you will see that everything you have experienced so far has been a preparation for something much greater, something that goes far beyond a simple relationship. It will be a union of souls, where both will help each other to grow, to evolve, and to find a greater purpose in their lives. The angels also suggest that you continue to pay attention to the signs. Perhaps you have noticed a sense of familiarity at certain moments or seen repeated numbers like 1111 or 2222. These signs are the universe confirming that you are on the right path, that this love is approaching a crucial point of transformation. They are guiding you, showing that what is to come will be even more beautiful than you can imagine. Now more than ever, it is important that you continue being that light you have been so far. Keep trusting, keep loving, and above all, keep taking care of themselves. You are a unique soul, with an incredible ability to love and understand others, and that is exactly what that person needs in their life. They see in you a strength that inspires them, that makes them want to be a better person, that makes them believe that true love is possible. And most importantly, when the right moment comes, they will approach you in a way you have never seen before. They will be ready to open up, to love unreservedly, without fear. And at that moment, you will be able to live together the love story you have been waiting for so long. Therefore, the angels ask you to continue walking with confidence. The universe is working in your favor, and everything that is happening now is part of a bigger plan. This barrier that still exists between you will not last forever. It is dissolving, and when that happens, you will finally be able to live the love you have always dreamed of. And when that happens, you will see that all the effort, all the patience, and all the waiting will have been worth it. Because what you are about to experience is something rare, something that few people are lucky enough to go through. A love that heals, that transforms, and that will illuminate not only your lives, but also the lives of everyone around you. So believe, trust, and know that your angels are by your side, guiding you every step of the way, until the moment when this barrier finally breaks, and you can live together the love that has always been meant to be yours.